Hey everybody, and welcome back to Bigfoot Cooking, where today we are, believe it or not, making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but 6 different ways. And if you stick out to the end, there's an adult version as well. So to start this process, you're going to need peanut butter, jelly, and some bread. Now the bread's still in the oven. We are making fresh bread for this because what would taste better to peanut butter and jelly than fresh bread? So let's get started with with the beginner's course, which will be just peanut butter, jelly, and bread. Watch.
I know everybody knows how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but there could be a 3-year-old watching this thing that wants to know how to do it. So this is for you, my dude. So start out, get you a big old honking bit of peanut butter. Now, I like the crunchy kind. It gives it just a little more texture to it. If you don't, I'm not judging, you do you. We will just spread this on here. Now, with a proper peanut butter and jelly sandwich, of course, you get it to all the corners, all the way across, and it's on white bread too. I mean, I guess you can do whole wheat, but you know, I don't judge, it's food. Do what you want to do. And see, I like so much peanut butter that you could just about make a meal off of just that by itself. But of course, you gotta add the jelly too. Now, is there a law on jellies? No. Could you use jam? Of course. You could use marmalade if you're bold and daring. Honey, bananas, what? We're a purist here. Grape jelly. Yeah, strawberry's a close second. Grape jelly is the proper, absolute correct way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, even with a runaway. We'll just smash this together and get it all everywhere. Again, gotta get all the bread. Gotta get that bread. Now again, what's your level of jelly? Well, that's up to you. How much do you want? How much do you like? Now for the really technical part. You roll one, bloop, on the other. That's it. Congratulations. You have made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, gotta get a knife. When you are making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, just for the record, I'm sure there's a law somewhere. You are only supposed to cut a diagonal on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, where you make 2 triangles. If you do anything else, you either better be A, making a sub sandwich, or B, be a little bit crazy, because nobody does it this way or that way. I mean, come on, you have to be living in the woods or something to do something crazy like that. So we got our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches here, sliced up nice, ready for lunch. I guess you could, if you really wanted to, go ahead and trim the crust off so you got a crustless sandwich. Many options. But there you go. Basic peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Let's elevate it a little. Let's toast the bread. Now, while I got a few slices of toast in the toaster, let me show you this trick right here. This is good if you're making a whole bunch of sandwiches at the same time, or if you just don't want kids to get jelly everywhere, because you know how you eat a sandwich and the jelly kind of falls out, that big lump? This will stop all that. You're gonna get a giant amount of peanut butter. Now, I'm making a whole bunch of sandwiches today, so we're going industrial size. I'm getting another scoop like that. So I got a whole bunch of peanut butter here. And again, if you're making like family size deals, that might be what you need. We're gonna do the same thing with jelly. We are gonna get a big old wallop of it. And the good thing about this is, like I say, the jelly don't get as messy when you're done. And now, you just mix these 2 together. And voila, you have peanut butter jelly mix. Now, again, because we're making so many of these, we're gonna put them into a piping bag. This will make your life so much easier. Again, especially if you're making sandwiches for, I don't know, how many kids you got? We'll just ease this stuff right on in here. All of it. Pull your piping bag up around it. And voila, we are ready. Now, if you don't have a piping bag, believe it or not, a Ziploc bag works just as well. You just cut the corner off of it and smush it out. So let me get my toast and let's make our next level. Boom, toast. Wow. Now I'm hoping you know how to make toast, but if not, get a toaster. So we're just gonna take our stuff right here and watch this. It just pipes on, yep, even with the crunchy stuff. You see I got a hole in the end big enough to let the peanuts on. And as you see too, oh, I like it thick. Kind of like myself. We'll just set this back in our little storage section here. And once again, the complex part, but you got no peanut butter on the other side. So it just sets down there, and you got yourself peanut butter with a crunch. And there you have it. More peanut butter and jelly. But this time it's all mixed together, so you don't have to worry about that little glob of jelly falling out. Now, you ready for some real upgrades? Woo. How about we fry a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Oh yeah, now we're talking. Warm, ooey and gooey. Stand by. Now for the fried part, we made ourselves some bread. And I wish it would have rose a little better, but today's kind of a rainy day, so I guess this is all I got. It's okay, it's bread, we can work with it. And if you guys want me to show you the recipe on bread that normally is about twice as high, let me know in the comments. I'll throw that recipe out there too. So, we have right here the next best invention since sliced bread, a bread slicer. What this does, we've got different measurements for different thickness. So if you want it thick, which we'll use in the next one, medium, which is what we're using now, or if you're like trying to stretch bread, you can go on the thin side. This thing is awesome because for those of us who can't cut bread straight, you can with this. Well, I would hope you can with this. If you can't with this, brother, there's no hope. Just buy sliced bread for life. It won't let you down. So we're gonna come in with our knife and just let the knife do the work. And we're just gonna come down through the bread and we're gonna make us some nice even slices. And we just slide these guys out of here. Come on out, boys, it's time for the party. Ooh, look at here. Tell me you can't slice bread, I'll tell you what. All of them are exactly the same thickness, still just a little warm from the oven, and ready to go. Now we're gonna pipe on some peanut butter and jelly, put some butter on this griddle, and wait till you see what happens next. And like you see, just, I mean, if you wanna get all artsy and make the little lines, get all decorative, or if you just wanna go for the smosh, either way works. The whole point is to get the goodness on the bread, and voila. Now we're just waiting on this thing to get nice and hot, and ooh, time for fried. Yes, fried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Come on. Deliciousness and at its best. All right, griddle's nice and hot. Instead of applying the butter to the bread, let's apply it right here. Ooh, look at that. Got a nice coating of butter. Let's ease this guy right into the pool of goodness. Oh, see it suck that butter right in? Let's do it again. Ooh, come on down. That's right. We'll give it just a minute and we'll go flip it. We'll butter up right next to it and move it right into next door part. Now about the time they get ready, you just do this again, but right next to it. So that way, when you flip it over, it just goes right into it. Ooh, a little hot. Oh, look at that. Oh man, better than grilled cheese because it's grilled peanut butter and jelly.
Now it's time for the number 4 peanut butter and jelly sandwich. How about a French toast peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Oh, we're getting fancy now. Now for this one, we actually need ingredients. We got 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of milk, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a whole teaspoon of vanilla extract because, ooh, I love the vanilla. So let's get to cracking. Literally cracking. We will just plop our egg in here. Number 1 and number 2. Go ahead and break this guy up a little bit. Now we're gonna pour in our milk. A little bit of cinnamon. Now, if you can't do cinnamon, don't add it. Believe it or not, most recipes are not that complicated. I know some folks are allergic to cinnamon, and for you, I feel so sorry. But for us gravitationally enhanced folks, ooh, this adds just a little something to it. Oh, but we can't forget my favorite part. The vanilla. Whoop. You wouldn't think that just that little bit of vanilla makes the the big change that it does, but ooh, cook something without it. You'll see. All right, got us a good mix right there. Now let's bring in the bread to the party. Remember that loaf that I had earlier? Oh, we're making an encore presentation with loaf number 2. Now what we're gonna do with this one, remember I told you the bread slicer does different thicknesses? We're gonna cut off the, what y'all call it? The heel, the end, the rind, the back, the butt. I've heard about 500 names for this little piece in my life, but it's the piece we're not using today. How's that? So let's cut us 4 heavily thick pieces, because I mean, this is gonna be a meal in itself. All you'll need is 1. Get us 4 pieces of this nice thick cut. Again, if you have to use loaf of bread, no problem. This just won't, it's not gonna be quite as thick. And there we go. Ooh, some thick pieces of bread right here, boys. This makes the French toast that you write home from the war about, I tell you what. And just like you've seen me do every time, we get our mix and we pipe us on some peanut butter and jelly. Oh man, I hope I got enough left for the last trick of the day. Now, we're just gonna do the flip. We're gonna heat our griddle up. We're gonna let it soak in some of that ooh, lovely flavor and French toast a la peanut butter and jelly. Now you might get your hands a little messy with this, but I mean, my golly, look at that. That right there, that is a huge piece of toast. That's a sandwich you're gonna need a knife and a fork for. We're gonna lay this end in right there. Let him soak for about 15, 20 seconds. All right, edit out the boring part. And flip. Oh, getting the goodness on my hands. Remember to wash them. Gotta be clean, you know, folks. Let's melt us on a little bit of butter because, hey, what does butter ever hurt beside your waistline, right? All right, a good 360-degree coating. Ooh, and a nice little simmer on the thing. Now, as much as you want to flip it and check it and touch it, give it just a minute, let it relax. It's gonna cook, it's gotta cook. I gotta wash my hands, hold on. Let's see what we got. We're gonna flip it over. Ooh, I went a little too early. Patience. You don't want to burn it, but you gotta give it a minute, man. All right, we'll let it sit here. We'll flip it back and forth. It'll be all right. It'll still taste like French toast, peanut butter, and jelly. And I guess while we're waiting on that one, you know, we could go ahead and let this guy marinate in some ooey gooey ness. All right, let's see if it's ready now. I'm trying to be patient here. I really am, but bro, this smells so good. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. That's what we're looking for. A little bit of brown, a little bit of heat, and the middle of it starting to warm up too. You let it get too hot and that peanut butter's gonna ooze out of there, but I think we're gonna make it just in time for this one. Let's see, I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Oh yeah. Now let's get the sides. This is where you gotta pay attention. You walk it around easy to get all that egg that was on the edges, but don't give it too long. You'll start melting out that peanut butter and jelly goodness. All right, round 1 is done. Let's get us round 2 in there. Now while that guy's finishing up, I want you to take a look at this. I want you to take a look at that ooey gooey coming out of there. Oh, baby. This is a magnificent snack / meal / breakfast / it's French toast. Who cares? Put a little maple syrup on it, or you grab the old powdered sugar, do a little tap, 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 make it snow on it. Get that decoration down. Woo! There you go, breakfast. What more could you want, right? I know what more you could want. Hold on, wait till you see this last little something, something. You ready for the next trick? How about crustless UFOs? Yeah, they got other names, but I think they're brand names. Let's take, now I would have loved to have used the bread I made, but it didn't rise up tall enough for this. So we're back to regular good old sliced bread. We're gonna take the last of our little bit, put us a dollop of this stuff right here in the middle. We're gonna do that on 2 of them. And that is just about gonna use all of my stuff. I got that pretty daggone good. All right, just that little dollop there. We're gonna set these on here. And now we're gonna take the world famous slicing device, a glass, and you're gonna set it on here. Make sure you're in the crust all the way around. Mash it down good and hard. Now, flip it over. You should see a small circle, and you're gonna do it again. Only this time, you're gonna give it the beans. Oh, look at there. Now, if you want to center it back up, you just do it again from the other side. And there you have it, a little UFO. You don't have to throw these away. You could actually put them on the frying pan, crack an egg into it, and have breakfast in the morning. Or in my case, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of chickens very, very happy. And I bet you thought this was the end of it. Oh no. How about we take this little peanut butter jelly and cover it in funnel cake batter. Ooh, now we're talking carnival food. Let's mix up a little bit of that, shall we? Y'all ready to make some funnel cake dough? Pretty simple stuff. All we got right here, because when we're doing 2 Uncrustables, we're still probably gonna have some left over, so they may or may not have some funnel cakes made tonight too. Ooh. So we have 1 cup of flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, tablespoon of regular sugar, big old pinch of salt, teaspoon of vanilla extract, oh, the vanilla, 1/4 cup of milk, an egg, and some oil to boil. Now, generally with this, you don't want to use an olive oil or anything that's flavored because you don't want to impart that into the funnel cake. You want the funnel cake just to be delicious on its own. So, light oil of any kind, right? Whatever your preference is. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take and mix all our dry ingredients first. Because if you mix the dry and wet, sometimes you get a little lump and things don't dissolve right. No. So we'll start out, we'll add our baking powder, our sugar, and our salt. Now just give all that a good little whisk to make sure that nobody gets a bite of something that they just wouldn't want. I mean, come on, this is coming out of your kitchen. It's got your name on it. You might as well make it the best you can make it, right? Now let's see if we can drop us an egg in here. Alley-oop. Go ahead and bust that yolk up, that way it's ready to go. Add our milk to the equation. And of course, the vanilla. Oh, the vanilla. And you just mix this up until it's like pancakes. You know, you want it that runny, syrupy, gooey, but not doughy. If it winds up being too thick for you, just add a little bit more milk. There we go. This way when I pull it up, it just runs right through the whisk. That's what you're after. Any thicker than that and it won't really bind to it, and any thinner, it's not gonna give you that nice fluffy funnel cake that you're really, really after, right? Now I know with frying, you always wonder, is it hot enough? And there's the putting the stick in there to see if it bubbles and things like that. But honestly, the best way to do it is to get yourself what's called a candy thermometer, but it's a fry thermometer basically, because what we need is this oil to be at 370. Because if it's too low, you get soggy bread. And if it's too high, you burn it before it's done in the middle. So 370 degrees, and just watch for it on this. These things are not that expensive and they will make a world of difference in your deep frying life. Trust me, I know. All right, we've reached our temperature. Now, I really don't know any way to do this other than just getting dirty. I mean, yes, you could wear gloves and keep it neat, but come on, this is fun food. So get you a nice, good coating on it and pick it up and just gently lay it in there. Do not put your hands in there. You will not be the same ever again. Oh, this is looking so good. Come on, baby. Roll for me. Woo. Look at that right there. You got the jelly oozing out of one end of it. Oh. All right. Like 2 minutes on one side and a minute on the other. It don't take these guys long. And look at there. We have perfection waiting to cool down. Well, almost perfection. You gotta have one more little thing. Ooh, look at that. Powdered sugar. You might as well be at the fair right now. You ain't getting no better than this. Let me get the other one done. Gotta check the oil temperature before you put it in because it can cool down between them. And come on, baby. Right in there. Oh. And we got plenty of funnel cake left over for funnel cakes. And there you have it. Deep fried, funnel cake coated. Oh, the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich you can get. Now, your cholesterol may not agree with that, but I tell you what, your taste buds are gonna fall in love. And there you have it. Peanut butter and jelly, 6 different ways with a bonus funnel cake. Man, how can you go wrong with this? Of course, you know, I gotta get the one that's freaking lovely right out of the fryer. Oh, I tell you what, hold on. I'm gonna be rude. I'm gonna eat this whole thing. Yep, I think my life is changing. I think something like that could change your life too. So, which one of these are you gonna try? I know everybody knows how to do this one. Well, let's see y'all do some of these. Because at the end of the day, you know there's 2 things. Delicious peanut butter and jelly, and 2, Bigfoot is real. Whoa, 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 hold on. We forgot the adulting part. That's right, did you know you can get a peanut butter and jelly shot? Ooh, little Chambord, or Chambord, or however you say it, it's a fancy name. It's basically raspberry liqueur. Black raspberry liqueur, fancy. And Screwball, peanut butter whiskey. Now, how do we do this? Well, for the shot part, because you're getting 2 drinks out of this one tonight, boys. For the shot part, we're just gonna take my little Santa Claus thing there off, take my little lid off of this guy, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna do 1 part Chambord. We'll just pour him in right on the bottom. That's our jelly. And we'll do 1 part peanut butter. Equal parts. Pour the shot in and voila. Peanut butter and jelly in a sip. Cheers. Yep. It's you still got that little bit of a liquor taste to it, but the after effect, it's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, for those of you who like no kick, you know, like you don't like that whiskey bite or anything, this next one, woo, you're gonna love. You're gonna do the same good old Screwball peanut butter with a shot of it, and you know, maybe a splash more. Depends on how much you like whiskey in your drink. And a little grape soda. There's your peanut butter. Here comes the jelly time. Woo! Now, we got us a little layer going on here because all the alcohol went to the bottom and the drink went on top. So let me get something to stir it with. I believe this is called tumbling when you go from one glass to the next. The reason you don't want to shake this one as opposed to like, you know, a martini shaken, not stirred, it's a carbonated beverage. So you will shake all the bubbles out of it. So now that we are nice and incorporated, cheers. See, this, kids could get in trouble drinking this because it goes down smooth. No bite, no kick. It's, for those of you who don't like the taste of alcohol, this is the way to go. Get your happy little buzz on and feel like eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at the same time. And if you drink enough of them, I guarantee you'll know Bigfoot is real. You'll be out in the woods, hey, what's that guy right there?